Hello, here we are. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at news from our city, state, and country. We try to single out the interesting stuff, the useful stuff, and then we also take a look at your comments, ideas, and suggestions, and questions, and reflections, even your corrections. And we combine all this information, put it to good use as a community of English-speaking locals living here in Puerto Vallarta. How nice to begin another week with you. Today is Monday, January 8th. And as always, we welcome friends that are watching for the first time. We welcome everyone, but friends that are watching for the first time live, you're more than welcome to let us know that you're watching live by adding the word new to your comment, and we will know to give you a nice little welcome. If you happen to have something really important that you wish to share, such as Chris has done here, he's added a capital letter Q, at the beginning of his comment, was very frustrated on the weekend walking in Old Town on Las Altas and dog poop on the sidewalks. I know it's not all pet owners, but you'd hope those ones would pick up after their pets. Yes, I hear you. I'm sure it happens everywhere, but it is frustrating not only to see the obstacles, but to step on them is absolutely no fun. So let's get started as always with the news. We always have some interesting things to share, and today is no exception. Also, I want to share some fun finds from Macro Plaza. I went to Macro Plaza with a dear friend over the weekend, and I have a comment or two about the Golden Globes last night. Who watched the Golden Globes last night? Let us know in the comments. But first, let's take a look at the news. It is nice to learn that Puerto Vallarta's International Airport established a new record with the number of passengers going through its gates this past year in 2023. It was 6.8 million passengers, which represents a 9.4% increase from the number of passengers tallied in 2022. Not everybody gets here by plane, however. In a separate news note, we learned from the Jalisco Ministry of Tourism that Puerto Vallarta welcomed 6,042,000 tourists in 2023. I actually asked my friendly intelligence speaker to divide that by 365, the number of days on any given year, and that gave us an average of 16,500 tourists in our city as an average on any given day. That is a ton of tourists. For those of us that know that Puerto Vallarta is a tourism destination, you know, when you look at numbers like that, the awareness becomes very, very different. 16,500 tourists in Puerto Vallarta as an average last year. That is excellent news. And Saturday, we shared some sad news. We learned that the SeaTac Community Center had closed its doors, but we do have a good follow-up story. Banderas News reports that a new nonprofit prep clinic will open in Puerto Vallarta thanks to a group of local business leaders. The article details organizational plans established by an interim organizing committee, along with ways in which we can support the new organization. This news item, of course, will be in the show notes along with everything else. Now, we may not know yet who the candidates for governor of Jalisco will be, but we now know that there will be 4 debates. And the third one will take place here in Puerto Vallarta. It will be on Saturday, May 4th, while the first debate will take place in Guadalajara on March 17. When do we find out who the candidates actually are? Not until the week of February 5th. That is the week in which we're supposed to learn who the candidates are for this governor seat. So much for the separation between church and state established by Mexico's constitution. This one made me laugh this morning because this lovely man sitting here, he is the Cardinal of Guadalajara, Jose Francisco Robles. Lovely, lovely, lovely man. He's among those who said, well, gay blessings, same-sex blessings, homo blessings by the church. No, not in Mexico. Anyhow, the lovely Cardinal of Guadalajara, Jose Francisco Robles Ortega, made a public call to respect the electoral process this year and offered an open invitation to all political candidates to go meet with him and tell him about their plans. Now, think about that one just for a second. In a country where church and state are supposed to be completely separate, what business would candidates have going to visit the cardinal? But I'm sure some of that goes on in other countries as well. Let us take a look at the weather and see what's going on out there. Let me put it on my screen. All the trees look shriveled and dead just the way I like them. Now, that's an optimistic weather man or weather program. 22 degrees out there. Our humidity is at 85%. That's a lot of humidity, if you ask me. And our weather forecast for today is mostly cloudy skies in the morning with rain in the afternoon, a high of 26 and a low of 21. Tomorrow, Tuesday, mostly cloudy skies throughout the day, a high of 26 and a low of 18. And then on Wednesday, humid with overcast skies plus some patches of sun shining through, a high of 26 and a low of 17. And that's what we have for the big news. I already see some cues. Oh, my God. I will tackle that one in a second. I thought it was the end of the piece, but we'll get to that in a second. I want to let you know that 2 wonderful things happened over the weekend. Scratch the eye. There you go. I had some groceries to buy, and I've said this before here at Coffee and Headlines. Some people just love La Comer. And La Comer, it's lovely, but sometimes it's good to go and check out what's available at other supermarkets. Just to make sure that you're not missing out on products not carried by La Comer. And this particular product I've been really looking forward to. You all know mazapan. Mazapan are the tiny little round peanut-based candies that you can buy here in Mexico. They're manufactured primarily by a company in Guadalajara called De La Rosa. And several weeks ago, I learned that De La Rosa started manufacturing spreadable mazapan, kind of like peanut butter, but mazapan. So I have been going to other supermarkets and trying to find it. I looked for it at Soriana, I looked for it at La Comer. And yesterday, my friend Mijal and I decided to go to Macro Plaza just because there were a couple of things we were going to look for there. And wouldn't you know it, Macro Plaza has Mazapan de la Rosa in spreadable format. I haven't opened this because I'm afraid it's going to be horrible. I don't want to be disappointed. I almost bought 2 jars, but I love mazapan and I can't wait to try this. I even got some crackers to spread this on. There you go. So I'm looking forward to that. While we were there, of course, we also had to find out when the new Chinese import store is scheduled to open. We would have wanted it to be open already, but there was a sign saying that it doesn't open until Friday. So if you are curious about the new Chinese import store, as I am, you can go check it out on Friday. But also something else that we noticed, I'm not a pickleball player myself, but I know that some people really, really dig playing pickleball. And in the back side of the parking lot at Macro Plaza, we spotted this. A new pickleball operation is coming real soon to Macro Plaza. It looks like it's almost finished. And if you're a pickleball player, well, here's another option. As far as I know, the only other option for pickleball here in town is Francisco, where Logan lives. On Francisco, on the, oh my God, I'm having a cannabis moment. On that hotel where Logan lives. Everybody knows where Logan lives. It'll come to mind. But it's in the hotel zone. Puerto de Luna. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you very much. Bad memory. And there you go. Moving right along, I noticed this comment, and this made me roll my eyes a little bit because Mark went to Winston's Saturday night looking for those little pea things. And I'm not even going to say the word. You would think that I am ranting, and I am not. I am merely observing. I have never counted the number of words that come out of my mouth every time that we do coffee and headlines. But whatever words that come out of my mouth, I always hope that they will connect, that they will result in a positive outcome. And it is so funny because no, I'm not expecting thank yous or big appreciation or anything, but I got so much correspondence over the fact that I didn't pronounce the P word correctly when I talked about this Polish chingadera that you can find here or there. Yes, I mispronounced it. And yes, I got so much correspondence about it. And I even got audio files saying, you have to say it this way. No offense, but, I sit here watching you say farmacia instead of farmacia. And I hear you saying la comer instead of la comer. I see you misspelling Vallarta. I see you misspelling all kinds of words. I've been called palo, pato, poco, and so forth and so on. I never correct anyone. And, you can continue to correct me if you care to do so. If it makes you feel better, bigger, I don't appreciate it unless I ask for the corrections. But again, it's not a rant. It's just an observation. I find it fascinating that one comes here looking for good, interesting conversation and dialogue and feedback. And sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to switch topics really quickly because I don't know what your favorite moment from the Golden Globes was last night, but I have to tell you mine, and you're only going to get this if you watched it. If not, I'm going to give you a link so you can find this thing that all of a sudden started to. Oh my God, you have to have watched that. It was Kristen Wiig and Will Ferrell came up to make a presentation of an award, and they were constantly sabotaged by this. And it was absolutely funny. funny, funny. I'll give you the link to that in the show notes so that you can enjoy it and you can laugh along with me. This is what they looked like. Um, I'm going to give you the clip because it was absolutely hilarious. Anyhow, last before we start our chit chat, not chit chat, I want to tell you that Gouda, our dear friend Gouda Gabor, is starting her series of performances a week from tonight with the wonderful Mark Hartman on the piano. Gouda invites us to say cheese with gigantic bags of Fritos, blending the best of comedy with Broadway and pop standards, serving punchlines as cheesy as the nachos. This is going to be this coming Monday night at 7:30 p.m. We have seen both Gouda Gabor and Mark Hartman ignite the stage at Encanto a number of times, so I'm very much looking forward to that. And this is all that we have. And now we can turn it over to your comments just to see what's going on. Let's see. Lots of good mornings. Lots of good mornings, which is really wonderful. Purim pam pum pam. Let's see. We talked about the poop on the sidewalk. Thank you very much for that, Chris. It's a matter of keeping your eyes open. I've stepped on it before. It's not fun. Let's see. That's a lot of passengers, right? I mean, when we sit at the comfort of our homes, it's really difficult to quantify the popularity of our city, which is really wonderful. Let's see. Andrea says Golden Globes gave their first award to a Native American. Yes, they did. And the person that received the award spoke in a language that was curiously fascinating to hear. Oh my goodness. Congratulations to Gina at Whiskey Kitchen on being voted Best Down Home Honky Tonk Restaurant by Austin James, the Hungry Critic. That's wonderful. Congratulations. Let's see what else we have. Looking for cues. Boom, 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 boom. Mark said, oh, that's the P comment. Beware, the food was great, but not offered every day, so call first if you're looking for the P's. Make sure that you pronounce them properly, otherwise you may not get a discount. Let's see what else we have. Zoe Lewis is back in town. Thank you for the info. 3 shows only at the Palm, January 13, 26, and February 9th. If you haven't seen Zoe live, she is a great multiple instrument player, storyteller, singer. Her observation of everyday life is absolutely wonderful. What? Paco, the city you live in plus your daughter's name. Oh, Muffin, you lost me on that one. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, Luna. Oh, where you live. The Puerto de Luna. Thank you. Again, I made brownies last night, so I think I'm still recovering from licking the batter, if I can say that. Well, I believe I just said it. Let's see. Thank you for this contribution, Mark. They play pickleball at the Melia. I suppose that's the Melia Hotel. No, I'm not going to tell you that it's spelled differently, but... this business of correcting fellow humans. I tell you, I think what Mark is saying is that they play pickleball at the Melia Hotel in the marina as well. And Logan, I know that Muffin's parents are big fans of pickleball. And there you have it. Well, now your parents, if they don't want to play like right outside of your apartment, they can play at Macro Plaza as well. Give me a break. It's all a learning curve for everybody, says Michael Salvaggio. I suppose you are commenting on my reflection. I think we all come from different upbringings. I appreciate that when people correct other people, they're doing it with the best intention and trying to help. I was brought up to not express my opinion or make corrections unless I am asked for them. And I suppose I can thank or blame my mother for that. Gouda. Gouda is here. You can, bitch. You can call me Poco. Gouda, you can call me whatever you want because you're my friend. Just answer my private message so that I can get the seats I don't want to get from my friends. And I think Gouda is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Not only is Gouda talented and smelly as Gouda cheese usually is, she's been around for ages, so she's very experienced. But what I love about the work that Gouda does when she is here in town is she works very closely with the Rice Orphanage to groom musicians and performers for their talent competition through a series of open microphone events at Nacho Daddy's. So Gouda, this is so awesome of you. A lot of artists just come and go, and that's okay too. But when artists from elsewhere come here, and not only do they perform beautifully, but they want to be part of our community of locals, then you get extra points for that. Enough said. Now answer my private chat, please. Please, and that gets one of these. I welcome people correcting my Spanish grammar, pronunciation, or spelling when done as a teaching moment and not coming from a place of bad feelings. Only helps me improve. That's good to know, Evan, but we're not about to start a database on who wants to be corrected and who doesn't. For the record, I love asking for corrections. Every now and then I will ask, but I don't react well to unsolicited corrections, and unfortunately that's part of my own personality. What can I say? This is what we have for today. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you for being here this morning, and I hope you will have an exciting week. I have so many things going on this week, it's not even funny, but I'm looking forward to each and every day. I hope your week is awesome. I hope you have excellent plans with your friends and loved ones, and I hope to see you again soon for more coffee, more headlines, more stories, and more reflections of human behavior. Have a good day.